I need a new pair of glasses. My prescription isn't strong enough, apparently. Yeah, my eyes are getting worse and worse. The eye doctor lady told me about this thing called digital eye strain. She told me all about it, but I wasn't listening because I was playing Burger Time on my BenQ Mini. But I wish I listened, because after I left, I got to thinking, what is digital eye strain? And is it really a problem? And if it is, then what the heck can I do about it? And I think I've got some good tips. So watch this YouTube video about digital eye strain on your phone or tablet or computer. Isn't it ironic? Ironic, don't you think? Hello, hi, how you doing? I'm TechDweeb, welcome. Thanks for clicking on the video. More than 100% of people use digital devices every day. There are over 7.8 trillion people on the planet, and literally every single one of them is watching TikTok or playing Vampire Survivors right at this very minute. And it's getting worse with each passing fortnight. We're all using our eyeballs to stare at our computers, our tablets, our TVs, our calculators, our smartphones, our smartwatches, our smart fridges, our smart toilets, our retro handheld emulation devices. And is that a problem? Oh god, I hope not. What? It is? Damn it. Yeah, apparently this fantastic, amazing, futuristic, utopian dystopia that we live in has created a very common problem called digital eye strain. What is digital eye strain, you ask? Well, according to iWiki, does everything have a wiki? No, it doesn't. But there is an iWiki, and according to the experts over at iWiki, digital eye strain is a group of eye and vision-related problems that results from prolonged use of computers, tablets, e-readers, and cell phones, which causes increased stress to near vision in particular. Oh, they didn't mention retro handheld emulation devices. That's good news. So just throw your phone in the garbage and stop responding to your mom's Facebook messages and play some Burger Time. You'll be good to go. But if you do need to use a phone or a computer, then listen up. This guy who works at a store that sells eyeglasses has this to say.
So the visual demands compared to when I was in school are different. They have different working distances, they have different displays, they have different emits of light and color that they have to filter out.
Yeah, that's right. Not gonna call him a liar, I bet. But don't take his word for it. Take mine. Your eyes are on a highway to hell if you don't take action. Today, the very device that you're watching this video on will literally make you blind as a Brahmadi blind snake. So, what can we do about it? I'm serious now. My eyes are getting worse with each passing year, and I don't doubt for a minute that my constant staring into computer screens and phone screens and BenQ Mini screens is playing some sort of a role. And it's not like I could just stop using a computer or anything, right? Is that what I have to do? Go live a simple life in the woods without electricity? Build a cabin? Chop wood and carry water like our ancestors? Grow beans and corn and squash? Because they're companion plants. The corn stalks provide a trellis for the beans to grow on. The beans fix nitrogen in their roots, which helps the squash grow. And the wide leaves of the squash keep the ground moist and prevent weeds. And they're easy to grow, and they're super healthy. It's called the Three Sisters, the traditional agricultural crops of various indigenous peoples of North America. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Well, no, because there is something that you can do about digital eye strain, and I'm gonna tell you what they are. I'm serious. From this point on, this is a serious video. No more jokes. Isn't that right, Hermione? Meow. So, according to my research that involved way more than 10 minutes of Googling, trust me, there are several ways that the use of our tech influences our eyes, causing digital eye strain. Number 1, the exposure to blue light from our devices. Number 2, the distance that we view our devices. And number 3, the environment that we view our devices. Number 4 is the amount of time that we spend on our devices. And number 5 is the amount that we blink when we use our devices. The last one is easy. Our eyes need to stay nice and moist. And apparently we all blink less when we use our screens, which dries out our eyeballs. They need to be moist, so blink more. That's easy enough. And if you can't remember to blink more, then maybe take a little break to close your eyes every now and then. Like make a habit, like when you die in Burger Time, instead of screaming and immediately starting up a new rounds while the veins on your neck are pulsing with rage, maybe use that time to take a 5-second eyes closed break to keep those peepers nice and moist. I mean, it's just blinking. It's not hard. Do it more. Come on now. Another problem that's pretty simple is exposure to blue light, and that's something that we could tackle with the devices themselves. Lots of these devices have a blue light filter or mode. Windows has one built in called night light. Most phones have one built in called night mode, and if yours doesn't, you can download an app called Night Shift that will do it for you. You can also get yourself some blue light blocking glasses. My actual glasses have a blue light filter, but you can get like indoor sunglasses that block blue light, although they tend to make you look like Bono, who obviously really cares about his blue light exposure. Or you can get these. It's like a clip-on blue light filter that you could put on your regular glasses to give them blue light blocking capabilities. So when I'm sitting on the couch, and my mom doesn't like it when the TV's all yellowish because I'm trying to protect my eye health, Mom, I can wear the glasses to protect my eyes, and she could go blind. What else? The amount of time that we view our devices. So don't use your devices so much, I guess. Quit being so addicted to technology, you slave. Go for a walk, paint an art, get a puppy and play with him in your backyard. Bake a cake, swim with the lobsters. I don't care what you do, but if you care about your eyes, you'll do something other than staring at pointless YouTube videos all day like a zombie. Speaking of which, make sure that you like this video and subscribe if you haven't yet. And then we have the distance that we view our devices. For computers, it's pretty simple. Just follow this super straightforward diagram. Measure your angles precisely and you'll be good to go. I mean, realistically, as long as you're not straining your eyes to see, you're probably fine. You know, hold your phone at a distance where you're not squinting to see the fine print, but you're not shoving up close to your nose or anything. Use your PC at a good distance, and that distance should be based on the size of your monitor and how small the text is. It's more important for devices that you need to read the small text on, I think, but it still matters for like TVs. There's actually a formula for this, if you're curious. You can learn more about that in this article from PC Mag that I'll link below, but here's their little chart to explain how far to sit back from your TV based on the size. And finally, the environment that we view our devices is very important. Probably the most important factor of all of them, to be honest. What you don't want is a device with a bright screen surrounded by darkness, like a brilliant rectangle star in an inky black sky, burning into your retinas. If you have a screen that you're looking at, take some care to engineer your environment. You want your screen to be the brightest thing in the room for that immersive tech experience, but only by a little amount. Otherwise, it creates too strong of a contrast in your field of vision. The ambient lighting in your room is just as important as the device itself. Get a dim lamp for your desk surface so that you can see what you're doing when you're doing stuff on your desk, like cleaning your fingernails between CSGO matches. I'm just kidding. CSGO players don't clean themselves. Get some lights or lamps to dimly illuminate the wall behind your screen. That's a big one. You can also get some behind monitor lights. Those are a thing. Or you can buy one of these, the BenQ Screenbar Halo. Proven by science to reduce digital eye strain and also make your computer desk area all nice looking. I first saw this thing on a Linus Tech Tips video during one of their Intel Extreme upgrade videos, I think. And Linus thought it was stupid. And at first I agreed with him, but that's just because I agree with everything that he says by default because he's Linus. But as I was trying to come up with a perfect ambient light solution for my new desk, this thing started to make a lot more sense. It really just creates the perfect light environment for a computer desk. And no word of a lie, it has 100% helped me with my digital eye strain when using my PC. Let me show you why. So when it comes to engineering your light environment, I have 3 goals. I want to illuminate the area behind the monitor and the desk surface. I want to be able to control the temperature of the light, and I want to be able to dim the brightness of the lights. I mean, because my computer room changes over time, it gets lots of warm light in the morning through my windows, less and cooler light in the afternoon, and it's dark at night, obviously, which is when I spend most of my time here, when I should be in bed getting a good night's sleep instead of making YouTube videos for you dweebs. And this monitor light achieves all 3 of those goals in a way that no other lighting setup can. Now, there's a catch. This light is expensive, not gonna lie. It's a premium product. $179 for a desk lamp. That's a lot to spend on a light, but hear me out. This isn't just a light. To get the same functionality of this thing, I need multiple lights. Nice lights that have temperature and brightness control, and even then, they won't be as user-friendly, they won't be as minimalist and elegant. No matter what else I choose, there's no way that they'd work as well as this thing for what I need it to do. I've gone through hell and back to try to find a desk lamp setup that illuminates the desk surface without creating weird shadows or shining on the monitor, and also not having the lamps in my field of vision when I'm looking at the screen. And then having a light behind the monitor. How do you do that with traditional lamps? And then turning them all on and off at the same time. Are you just going to go around turning off 4 different lamps and then controlling the brightness and temperature? I've come to the conclusion that it's not possible to do what this thing does using any other lamp setup. This thing solves all of your lighting problems and replaces an entire expensive multi-piece lighting setup with a single piece expensive setup. But as a setup, this outperforms any multi-light setup that you can make. It shines at just the right angle to illuminate your desk surface without shining on the screen itself or having a visible light source in your field of vision, and it illuminates the area behind your monitor in an even consistent way. It's kind of brilliant. And this version, the wireless version, it comes with some great quality of life features as well. Check this out. This is a wireless controller for the lamp. You can wake the controller by hovering your hand over it like the captain of a futuristic starship. You can turn it on and off with the touch of a button. You can tap these buttons over here to adjust anything about the settings. You can switch it from using just the desk light or just the backlight or both at once. You can change the brightness, so if your room is bright or dim, you can make your ambient light dimmer or brighter to help compensate and do that thing the video is about, reducing your digital eye strain. You can change the color temperature too. So during the day, you need clear, bright light, but at night, when you want the light to be less blue, you could do that right from the controller. You can set a favorite, so if there's one settings configuration that you love, you can always get back to that right away with just one button. And there's an auto function, which detects the temperature and the brightness of the ambient light in the room and automatically sets the perfect settings for the Screenbar Halo based on the room that you're in, so that you don't need to mess around with anything. I really like that feature. As for the value, $179. That's beyond what most people would consider spending on a lamp, as premium as it is. That's more than I would have considered in the past. But for what this does, considering how many other lamps and lights that you need to be able to get the function that this thing gives you, and even then you won't get as nice of an experience as I've explained, this is actually a totally fair price, as crazy as that sounds. Look, I'm a cheapskate. I don't like spending a single dollar more than I need to. And for me, now that I've had this, if it was suddenly taken away, like if a robber sees this video and is like, hey, that TechDweeb guy has a Screenbar Halo, let's freaking break into his house and steal it. If I suddenly didn't have one anymore, I'd buy another one. I like it that much. Which is saying a lot considering that I usually buy the cheapest version of pretty much everything. Full disclosure, I wouldn't have bought this if BenQ didn't send it to me. They did send it to me, by the way, but they didn't even ask me to make a dedicated video or anything. They just wanted me to have it and show it in a video if I liked it. And I do, a lot, so there you go. If you'd like to buy one of these, I'll include a link in the description below. And that brings us to the end. A somewhat useful video, I hope. I talked about digital eye strain, entertained you with a few jokes, and then told you about a product that I love and why I liked it. That part of the video about me needing a new prescription and the doctor telling me that I need to pay attention to digital eye strain, that was true. It's a problem that I'm wrestling with now that I know about it. Let me know if you guys have any good digital eye strain tips in the comments below. And while you're down there, click the thumbs up button if you liked the video, or don't if you didn't, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You made it to the end of the video, so why wouldn't you subscribe to see more of my videos? Just saying. That's it for me. I'm TechDweeb. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.